It is 12:34. You are listening to the Mid Morning Talk on Salam Media with me, Mariam Konda. In our international outlook today, we are going to be looking at the launch of the Asia Africa SDGE Museum with Regine Guevarra of Asia TV Morocco and Mohamed Edabbar from Libya Africa TV. He's a board member there, as well as Amira Abu Hussein, who's also a board member of Africa TV. Mohammed is not yet on the line, but once he joins us, we will continue with him. Let us meet the guests. Assalamu alaikum, Regina, and thank you for joining me once again.
Alaikum salam. Thank you, Mariam, for having me. It's nice to see you in Salam TV.
Likewise, and Amira Abu Hussein. Assalamu alaikum, Amira.
Alaikum salam wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh, and I'm sorry again for the camera issue.
All right, no problem. Let us start with you, Regine. What is your role with the Africa Asia SDGE Museum?
Well, I could say we're one of the partners because it's really a multi stakeholder partnership with different communities. So I'm the producer, founder of Asia TV and in the Philippines and Africa TV here in Morocco with my friends Mohammed and Amira, who we invited to be our board members. And we're one of the conveners of this, what we call the first Asia Africa Virtual Museum and at the same time an SDG museum. So we're working with a few partners and we can share with you later on who they are.
Mm-hmm. I see we have Mohammed joining us as well. Assalamu alaikum, Mohammed. And what is your role with the Asia Africa SDGE Museum?
Walaikum salam. Thank you so much. My role is, first of all, I'm a board member at Africa TV, and yeah, one of the co-founders with amazing colleague Regine and other colleagues.
All right,
And
mashallah. And Amira?
Yeah, like I'm also in the board team, but always here to support wherever kind of support needed, especially in the upcoming campaign. Given that September is coming, it will be media campaign around the International Day of Peace.
Mm-hmm. Regine, tell us about the youth in the UN.
Come again, sorry.
Tell us about the youth in the UN.
Well, it's a concept that was created by board members of the what we call UN Major Group for Children and Youth, which Mohammed is now part of, and Amira used to be part of. I also used to be part of. So MGCY, it's the official space for young people and children mandated by the UN General Assembly, and they're one of our partners. I was telling you that we have several partners. So one of our stakeholders is MGCY, especially because we are trying to promote content around SDGs, and that's also that's why we're a media partner with MGCY because our themes in the content that we make, or even we also encourage influencers to create such content, is around sustainable development agenda in Asia and in Africa. So youth in the UN movement, MGCY, it's all about that, like increasing meaningful youth engagement in the sustainable development agenda.
Mm-hmm. Amira, what is the campaign looking for in terms of creatives who want to have their content showcased in the museum? What are the guidelines for entry?
I think it's mainly about one of the SDGs, SDG 16, which is focused in security and peace. Uh, so next month in September 21, there is like the International Day of Peace, and we felt like as peace builders, like it's still a little have a challenge when speaking with the public. They don't understand exactly what does it mean, the field, and what is this people doing. Even sometimes with like government and like funders, they still there's some struggle to explain what peace building means and what they are doing. And like I think they kind of underestimate the significant role that some peace builders doing in the front line to really achieve and build peace. So it's important. We found it's important, like to design and collaborate with Asian and African TV about like to raise the awareness and use our media platform to raise the awareness about the field and what peace builders try to do. So hopefully it will support them and we will have more peace in our world.
Mhm. And Mohammed, how can participants, or rather, how can candidates in Africa apply for participation?
Pardon, Mariam. Can you please clarify the question more for me because I didn't get the question.
Okay, how can candidates in Africa apply to participate in the SDG e-museum?
Uh-huh. Okay. So yeah. So thank you so much. Just because at the beginning I got confused between the engaging in the MGCY or the Africa Asia Museum. So
Mhm.
we have already uh, application forum. So the young people can already select their thematic areas, and also we have regional uh, areas. So their regional areas, they supposed to select Africa. Then we have sub regions like North Africa, East, West, Northern, Southern, Central. So yeah, so once they can like select and specify their uh, regional and thematic areas, then they can like participate to share like their initiative, their projects, their activities. Yeah, then we will publish it on the
Mhm.
platform.
Mhm. All right. Back to you, Regine. What are the key features that will make one's content get your attention?
Well, there are two things, two key features, and that's why we invited Mohammed and Amira to join us. One is um, the message should be around the Sustainable Development Agenda, so 16 SDGs, and we're quite strong on, SDGs have 5 pillars. There's peace, profit, planet, um, partnerships, and then of course people, the people goals. But within among our organizers, we're quite strong on the peace and the planet agenda. So as Amira was mentioning, we have the International Peace Day where we're also launching a media campaign and also training for social media influencers to create more content around peace building. Maybe she can talk more about that later too. And then the COP is coming up in Egypt, and we're also um, trying to create a media side event around climate change. And then the second feature, apart from content around the SDGs, is more about interregional exchange. So it should come from, it should be local, it should be local best practices from either Asia or Africa. And Muhammad is very active in that interregional part. Like right now, he's actually in Tanzania for the All Africa Assembly. He can also probably share more about like lessons learned and how important Asia Africa regional exchange is. Um, and then of course, well, the third one is more multimedia. Like we don't really judge much about creativity, but as long as it fits into the examples on the form, that it could be in the form of a vlog or a podcast, a digital art, or a written article. So it's really a museum of multimedia, and for with by content creators.
Mm-hmm. All right, Amira, what are the perks or benefits that the top entries receive?
I'm sorry, would you please repeat that again?
What are the perks or benefits that the top entries receive?
When you say top entry, you mean in the campaign or in the museum?
In the museum?
Okay, I would like actually delegate this question to Regine more because she has more knowledge about that. So would you please, Regine, cover that?
Yeah, I can answer that. Sorry, Amira. Actually, with
All right.
Amira and Mohammed, as I mentioned, you can talk to them more about the specific examples when it comes to regional content and then peace
Mm-hmm.
building content. But when it comes to mechanics, I'm your girl. So,
All right.
well, it's like I was saying, it's a virtual platform. So, and we've mentioned who our partners are. So one is networking. It's an easy access to our partners. Another partner is the Asia Africa Museum. I haven't mentioned them. It's a physical museum that was established by the UN in Indonesia, in Bandung, Indonesia, and we're going to have a physical exhibition of the virtual museum, basically like a watch party um, in the museum. So it's an opportunity to showcase your work and network with intergovernmental agencies and youth partners. And at the same time, we are trying to create a function on the museum that would allow for crowdfunding so that donations can go straight to the organizations that are being featured in the museum. We're also trying to lobby for maybe like a few $100 prizes for like top 5 entries from each of the regions.
Mm-hmm. All right. Let us take a quick break and we'll continue thereafter. Please stay with us.
Listen to Salam Media.
Hunger ratios in South Africa are on an upward trajectory since the beginning of COVID-19. Over 23% of South African households experienced hunger last summer. At SANZAF, we aim to ease the hunger struggles of those in need by providing freshly prepared meals daily. You can be part of this by donating towards the SANZAF Meals Project. Visit sanzaf.org.za or call us on 011 834 6046. SANZAF, changing lives through development and relief.
Discover the Africa of your dreams and surround yourself with her spectacular beauty. Relax beneath her serene sunsets and explore wildlife at its natural best. It's where the pride of Africa comes together. The Kwantu Private Game Reserve. Get to know the Big Five or cruise on an elephant safari game drive. Interact with lion and tiger cubs and enjoy world-class halal cuisine while we pamper you during your 5-star stay. Indulge in the true African experience. For reservations, call now on 042 203 1400 or visit kwantu.co.za. The Kwantu Private Game Reserve, the place of gathering.
The Syrian crisis has raged for over 4,000 days. 4,000 days of suffering, displacement, hunger, and intolerable insecurity. With your help, Islamic Relief can continue to stand alongside them. Never has your support been so important. Together, we can stand with the Syrian people. We can help them build a better future. Will you continue to stand with the people of Syria? Please, donate now.
Rejuvenating media day by day. This is Salam Media.
Welcome back. You are listening to the mid-morning talk on Salam Media with me, Mario Mkwanda. It is 12:49, and we are talking about the launch of the Asia Africa SDG E-Museum with Regine Guevarra of Asia TV Morocco and Mohamed Edabbar from Libya Africa TV, as well as Amira Abu Hussein of Africa TV. Mohammed, can you please give us some specifics on what exactly are you looking for in the candidates? What specific examples can be submitted? All right, Mohammed, I'm not sure if you heard me. All right, let us ask. Okay, you are on mute. All right, it seems like the network is not so great today. Mohammed, did you hear my question?
Hello, Maria.
Yes, I can hear
Sorry,
you.
sorry, your voice sounds far. I didn't hear you very well.
All right, that's okay. The network is not very great, but if you can give us more specific context or examples of what can be submitted, give us more context on the specific examples of what can be submitted.
Yeah, thank you so much, Mariam, for this a great question. Uh, can you uh, can you hear me well?
Yes, I can hear you.
Thank you. Okay, so the specific questions, or let me be more specified. Okay, so the museum is about SDGs. So anyone wanted to submit the activities should be under the SDGs.
Mm-hmm.
The UN uh, agenda of 2030. It's very specific under 70, 17 global goals. So there is, as you know, and most of the young people know, there is 17 goals, so they can submit their activities under number 5. If someone has activities about the health, that means they should submit that under the SDG 3. If someone has some activities under about the education, they supposed to submit or share that under the SDG 4, and so on. So that's like so simple and so
Mm-hmm.
easy. I will stop
Mm-hmm.
here, but if you still have any inquiries about this area, I'm available. Over to you.
All right, Amira, what platform can people go on to register or to be part of the SDG e-museum? Amira?
Hi, Mariam. Yes, I can hear you.
Yes.
Yeah,
Did you
like
hear my question?
yes. When it comes to registration with museum, I would also invite Regine to feed in that.
Okay. Regine, please take us through the process
Yeah.
or the website. How can and where can people go to submit their registrations?
No, sure. Actually, well, I've informed, sorry, but I informed the producers that when it comes to technical questions, I'll be able to answer it. And Amira and Muhammad will be more about thematic and regional questions. Like, so if because there are content
Mm-hmm.
creators that would come, for example, from the regional point of view, like influencers from Africa talking about African issues. Like for example, Mohammed is very active in regional movements, and right now he's attending an Africa Youth Forum. So all the content that young people create who attend that forum can be actually submitted straight to the museum as if they frame it within the principles of the Sustainable Development Goals. Or when it comes to themes, like for example, the International Peace Day that Amira was trying to share, it will be more about the theme per se, not so much the region. So it could be a particular conflict in some part of the world, or a best practice from a local community on how different religions or cultures come together in the form of a vlog. Like, we have a lot of travel vloggers who
Mm-hmm.
usually just try say like feature beautiful places around the world, but encourage influencers to get talking more about stories of people, of how different people are able to understand each other on a very local level. So it's basically a call to like elevate the way we create content by us guided by the Sustainable Development Goals. So everyone can just go to http asiaafricasdgs.com asiaafricasdgs.com. So the mechanics are there, they can upload there, and it will actually be an open source website. So um, people can just start registering as early as September 12th, which is Global South Day.
Mm-hmm.
So I don't know
And
if my colleagues want to add more about what I said, like in terms of the content.
yeah, Amira, would you like to add to that in terms of the content?
I think, yeah, I would focus more about our next campaign, as Regine said, and all the effort to highlight the collaboration between the media sector and the peace building sector. And this is something we discussed before in one of our last campaign, to differentiate between, there is two here level. There is a level between the peace building in media, to, like, as I was just saying a few minutes ago, to raise the awareness and use the media platform to make people, and especially who are in the public, to understand the field very well, and of course the decision maker and officials too. But there is another layer too of collaboration, which is media, how the media is to be responsible and plays a responsible role to play also as a peace builder, or at least to enhance peace in their area, instead of escalate conflict sometimes by the way they being like biased, or the way they like introduce a specific topic, and like not being mindful about the conflict sensitivity around this topic. And this another training too, sometimes we do it also for media activists. We are happy to introduce that too in some point when we collaborate in this topic. But it's very important too, because media has oh my god, has a very significant role in that, and they can really play a very important role in how they can support peace building. But the
All right.
upcoming media is focused more about the different level, the second level, which is focused how we can use all the media platform available for us in our network to raise the awareness about peace building and let people know and highlight some success stories in this field.
All right. So, what time is not on our side, but I'd like to know how the company will ensure that the artist's work is protected. Will the company ensure that the content creator's work is protected somehow? Can Mohammed answer this, or is this Regine's type of question?
I mean, in general,
It's
I think
Regine.
anybody can answer that. It's a policy, law, legal related thing. I mean, everyone in this space, of course, respects um, intellectual property rights. I don't know what else to say. Like, we have a waiver in the form that guarantees that. But with content creators, content is in the World Wide Web, right? So it's not something new that we're
Mhm.
trying to do, but on our side, of course, our intention, we put that in the form specifically, and it's not going to be, there will be no co-ownership of the content. It's really just, as I mentioned in the beginning, like a space to bring people together. So it's a free space, and um, we have the, what do you call this, the we are very thankful to our partners for sharing their resources and their networks towards this cause. I don't know if you want to
Mhm.
add something, Mohammed. Yeah, on
Yes,
Rick's
you can
side.
add to that quickly.
Thank you so much, Regine and Mariam. I think Regine has covered most of the important things, so nothing to add. Oh, and over to you.
All right. Well, that's all the time that we have for today, right now. And I'd like to thank all of you for joining me and for enlightening us on this. The launch of the Asia Africa SDG Museum, and we're looking forward to seeing the outcome of it. And if there are content creators in South Africa, if you're watching this year, then go onto their website for more information and register. Thank you so much once again. Have a wonderful day or evening. Assalamu alaikum.
Alaikum
All right, that was my guests, Regine Guevarra of Asia TV Morocco, Mohamed Edabbar from Libya Africa TV, and Amira Abu Hussein of Africa TV, taking us through the launch of the Asia Africa SDG Museum. And we have come to the end of our show for today. I'm not going to say the famous words that I always say. We'll be back next week, same time, same place. I won't be back next week, same time, same place, but inshallah, you will be left in very good hands, and the show must go on, and the show will indeed go on. And I will be back another time, not anytime soon, but I will be back, inshallah. And I wish you all well. I wish you all have a beautiful time, a beautiful spring, a beautiful summer, and continue choosing Salam Media as your media broadcast of choice. The mid-morning talk will continue from 11 to 1 right here on Salam Media. Whether it's me or somebody else, the show must go on. It is 2 minutes past 1. You are listening to the mid-morning talk. This show has been produced by Fazila Isaac and presented by me, Maria Mukwanda. So from myself, Maria Mukwanda, and the Salam Media team, Assalamu alaikum, rahmatullahi wa barakatuh.